Hello and welcome to the Rundown. So, 4K is a buzzword at the moment. TVs, computer displays, everyone wants to show off their new super high-tech resolution screens. Lest we forget though, in order to appreciate these giga displays, the video playing on them has to be shot in 4K as well. Now, even most news outlets, take ours for example, we don't have that kind of equipment. Most of what you'll see is first shot in 1080. Broadcast cameras are really freaking expensive, by the way. The Canon 5D setup that we often shoot with cost about $4,000, and it could shoot 1080 at 60 frames. So, you imagine that shooting 4K video would be out of reach for most people. Well, for the most part you'd be right, but Sony has just announced a new Handycam that shoots 4K video, the FDR AX100. What a name, right? It's right up there with Mustang. It only costs $2,000. Only $2,000. That sounds like a joke, but when you consider what it's actually capable of, plus its portability, seriously, have you ever tried to shoot video on a DSLR without a tripod or a monopod? It's a freaking joke. The price seems much more reasonable. Sorry, I'm fawning a bit, it's just a really cool idea. The new Handycam FDR AX100. Seriously, the camera naming convention is horrible. I'm gonna have a hell of a time not referring to this thing as that Sony thing that could shoot 4K. We'll shoot at both 24 and 30 frame in 4K, putting it above DSLR footage in its price range. The main version will also be able to shoot 120 frames per second, albeit in 1080 instead of 4K. That's still awesome, and combined with the AX100's small size, it'll probably give you access to some pretty wicked shots. But if you don't have 4K displays and you don't plan on getting any, Sony's also going to release a cheaper version of the Handycam for $1,500. So far, we know it'll do everything its more expensive brother will do except for the 4K. If it retains the same processor though, it'll do 120 frames a second. The still photos Sony has shown look great too. Combine all this and it's actually a very interesting camera. We'll have to wait for March to see if Sony will steal any business from Canon or Nikon though. Thanks for joining us. You can follow the show on Facebook and Twitter at IBTimesTV.